Hello and welcome to the second edition of the Tony Seminar devoted to Hamlet, Shakespeare's little-known tragedy. In this segment we will look at another aspect of the title character, and in this case the question is, Hamlet, is he the hero of the piece, or should he more properly be considered a villain? Now, the 19th century tradition, and well before that, was to just think of Hamlet, take him naturally as the hero of the play, to take him naturally as the hero of a revenge play, and so to assume that his duty was to kill his uncle, and we should be rooting for him to do that as quickly as possible. And there was even some frustration expressed at the time with how slowly he was doing it, and whether this made him a failure as a character. But there has been a lot of change over the years since then. I know that you saw, did you see Stephen Burkhoff's Shakespeare's Villains?
Yeah, Burkhoff, in his solo performance a few years back, he threw, in addition to Iago and Richard III, he threw Hamlet in there as a villain by arguing that he's very cruel to his mother Gertrude, and he kills Polonius.
He's a serial killer.
He's a serial. Well, I mean, if Hamlet were around today, and this is a very banal point, we'd put him on Prozac or something. He's a disturbed individual, no matter how righteous he feels like his mission might be. I mean, but he sees ghosts, and he's a very neurotic person. It's a good question. I mean, is he a hero or a villain? I mean, you could look at him and see him as a puritanical, repressed, egomaniacal killer. And yet he's got great lines.
The most insightful, reflection on Hamlet that I've ever heard was This American Life, in which Hamlet was directed in a prison, and criminals described how clear to them Hamlet's characterization was, because those sorts of decisions that he's taking, that you must kill for honor, that you must kill in order to ensure your own safety, are very real and very present to them. And all of a sudden it seemed like a very contemporary drama, something that people actually do grapple with.
Well, one of the most interesting commentaries I've read on this particular subject is by Harold C. Goddard, who is a mid-20th century critic, very much in the humanist tradition, and who argues that the tragedy of Hamlet is precisely that he ends up heeding the advice of the ghost, and ends up falling from his humanist and artistic ideals into the revenge mode of an earlier, more
into a
brutal
military
time.
sort of,
Right, and this is like Brutus, like Othello, like any of Shakespeare's tragic heroes. This is what we're meant to take from the play.
Well.
In any event, something to chew over while you watch Hamlet, and we'll see you next time.